The modern game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a strategic trading card game that combines elements of strategy, deck building, and intense dueling, which has evolved significantly since its inception, incorporating new mechanics, card types, and rule changes. The modern game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not only about strategy, but it's also about creativity, deck innovation, and adapting to an ever-changing metagame. At times, these innovations come in the form of cards with effects overlooked at first, until they resurface with no intentions but to get an easy win over your opponent. But what if Yu-Gi-Oh! Had a restart? Could this game be revised with the benefit of hindsight? If so, what would the game look like? These are the questions I wish to answer. Join Cody and myself as we create custom packs based on the originals, but change certain rarities of cards as well as eliminating others to make sure their toxic behavior never see a game mat. Welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Revision Series. Alright guys, welcome back. This is another episode of the Revision Series. Like always, I am joined here with Cody. Cody, how are you doing today?
Regal.
Got your head up.
Chin up for now, you know.
Is your pinky? You drink with your pinky out now too?
Oh, I've been doing that.
Oh, okay.
Kind of unironically, I actually just do that.
Feeling pretty good?
Actually, there is a reason for it. It's because most cups we have are like coffee mugs and stuff. My hands are too big for the thing, so I'm always cupping it like this anyway.
Mahalo.
Pretty much.
Feeling pretty good with your current win streak?
Yep, one.
We'll see if you can retain it.
One, but two in the last three, so that's something.
Yeah. Before we get started, just want to say if you like the video, like, comment down below. We want to see your guys' feedback. Also, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to reach our current goal of 100. We did actually get another subscriber, so now we are officially halfway there.
Alrighty.
Yes, it's official now. Feeling pretty good about that, but we need your guys' help. Spread the word around about the Revision Series and Too Fast, Too Duelists.
I think it worked really well for PewDiePie. We need a channel to beef with.
Oh, we need to start a grudge with somebody?
Not a grudge, just like a fun beef.
Who do you want to start a fight with?
Who stands to benefit from it? Like, because it benefits both of us in that way. Because everyone's like, whoa, you got these two channels, they're beefing. But it's just like fun. You
want to start a beef with Cowboy for Game?
I don't know who that is, so sure.
Oh, there you go. That just officially started the beef right there.
Fuck them. Once I find out who you are, you're dead to me.
Check out the podcast.
Okay.
All right, there you go. So for today's episode, we are opening up Crossroads of Chaos. So again, just like last week, we divided this into two separate packs. So we're going to have 2 packs of 20 cards each. For our secret rare, we have the cover card itself, Black Rose Dragon. This is a Synchro 7 that has the effect on summon. It can just board wipe everything. It blows up everything on my side, your side, everyone's side. Doesn't matter. No one's safe from Black Rose. An ultra rare I want to talk about is Titanial. So this is a actual boss monster officially for plant types. I think we already had our chance at getting Lone Fire Blossom from a previous pack, so if either one of us have a Lone Fire, we can actually just tribute that and special this from the deck. But Titanial is just a big body plant monster that has the effect to keep it protected from targeting. Next, I want to talk about a super rare card that we have in here called Black Garden. This is a crazy field spell. It can't be played in every single deck, but it has been used in future events in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes used for FTKs, sometimes just used to clog your opponent's board, but pretty much any player that summons a monster, that monster's attack value is cut in half, and then a token is special summoned to the opposing player's board. What's the rest of the text on that card? It just has like a huge line of text.
Yeah, so the attack loss does remain if the card leaves the field, but you can also target one monster in your graveyard with attack equal to the total attack of all plant monsters on the field. Destroy this card and as many plant monsters on the field as possible. Then if you destroyed all of them, special summon that targeted monster.
So yeah, that is actually an effect that I didn't even know of. Again, mostly the card is being used for the tokens, but I would imagine if you're playing a dedicated plant strategy, the secondary effect would probably come up.
On to me, the star of the show. Okay, so some rares and commons to highlight now. The first up, I wanted to highlight Pollinosis. So Pollinosis being a counter trap when a monster or monsters would be normal or special summoned, or a spell or trap card is activated, tribute one plant monster, negate the summon or activation, and if you do, destroy it. So again, if you're playing plant types, This is just a really good card to throw in there. Cactus Fighter as well. He's a 4-star plant monster, 1900 attack, so he's already pretty decent starting out. But his effect is if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, special summon 1 needle token to your opponent's side of the field in defense position. So if he destroys monsters, you can just basically clog your opponent's board up with things that aren't working for them.
Either that, or if you have that paired up with the Black Garden, you special summon the token would get cut in half. Now you get a token.
And all that attack power increases to what you want to summon from the graveyard if you choose to use that.
Exactly.
And the last card for this pack is Miracle Fertilizer. It's a continuous spell. Once per turn, you can target a plant monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. You are limited though. You cannot normal summon or set during the turn you special summon with this effect, even if the card leaves the field. And if a monster special summoned by this effect leaves the field, destroy this card. It's a good way to keep you alive.
Yeah, a lot of plant support. Pretty much we divided this pack to have pretty much the general bulk of all the plant stuff that's actually worth playing. And then we separated that from like the commons into the rares, where in the rare section we have additional psychic support. We figured that with the bulk of the previous pack being psychic stuff, it'd be nice to get some additional options in here as well to boost up that strategy. But overall, pretty interesting pack. We have again some new cards to play with, and some of these cards again are just quite powerful, especially the secret. But let's go ahead and we'll check out our second pack. All right, here we are at the second pack. For our secret rare over here, we have the Revived King Hades. So this is not a generic synchro. I believe it is a level 6, but it does require you to have Plague Spreader Zombie as your tuner. But this card has the effect that if it destroys a monster by battle, that monster is negated. So if it was a flip monster or even a recruiter, destroy by battle, special from deck, all that stuff, it's all negated. For one of our ultras, we have the Doom Kaiser Dragon, additional zombie support in here. So this card also requires Plague Spreader, but this card has the effect that you can, on summon, revive a zombie from your opponent's graveyard. So a bit, weaker than Revive King, even though I think it does have higher stats than the Revive King, but I think that his effect is just a little bit too weak. I don't think that we have even had a chance to access Zombie World yet. So until that point, this card, could just be played as a Synchro 6 with decent stats for the meantime.
Okay, for Super then, we have Prideful Roar. During damage calculation, if your monster battles an opponent's monster with a higher attack, pay life points equal to the difference in attack, and then your monster gains attack equal to the difference plus 300 during damage calc only. A nifty little chalk card.
It is nifty. That's why I think that, putting it as a super, it's pretty generic, and I think the effect is still pretty decent.
Oh yeah, that could definitely be useful, especially for saving monsters that you want to keep on the field.
Yep.
Commons and rares. Okay, well, we've mentioned it quite a few times already, so I wanted to highlight Plague Spreader Zombie. So he's a zombie tuner, level 2. If this card is in your graveyard, you can place one card from your hand on top of the deck, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. So it's a tuner that's required for multiple of our synchros now, but it can recycle itself.
Well, it does banish itself when it uses that effect, but if there's a way that you can get it onto the board, perform a synchro with it, and then use its effect to bring itself back, and then you can perform a second synchro, that's really good. Not only that, but sure, there's synchros that require Plague Spreader by name, but it's generically still just a level 2 tuner, which is always nice to have.
All right, next up is another tuner. We have Turbo Synchron. It's only a 1-star tuner, but its effect is when this card declares an attack, you can change the attack target to defense position, and when you take battle damage while this card is attacking, you can special summon one monster from your hand with attack less than or equal to the battle damage you took.
It's a very interesting effect. I don't think I've ever seen a card that's similar to this card ever.
Not that I'm aware of.
I've actually had this card. I had to play it in one of the Master Duel storyline or tutorial things. And they were making me play like Synchron something or another. And I had this card and I was just like, oh man, all these cards in my hand, they suck. And turns out this guy actually came in clutch.
And finally, the last card I wanted to highlight. I'm really not sure why, but I kind of like the card. Ever Living Underworld Cannon. It's a continuous spell card. Once per turn, when a zombie type monster is special summoned to your side of the field, inflict 800 damage to your opponent. Real simple, real easy.
Yeah, you could special plague, burn for 8, and then special one of the new synchros, burn for another 8, go for some additional attacks.
I mean, realistically, like let's say you did plague, normal summon, so it wouldn't burn. Use plague to get a synchro, there's burn. Plague to revive, there's burn. And then plague for another synchro, there's burn.
Yeah, play like premature burial, burn there. Monster Reborn, burn there.
Oh yeah, dude.
So it could add up. So overall, those are our 2 packs. We separated it to where, you know, the rares in the 1 pack were additional psychic support, with the commons being all the plants that we need to play to make a deck around it. In this pack, having some, you know, zombie support cards in here, just some generic cards in here as well. In terms of also a new archetype in Iron Chain, this is a archetype that likes to slowly give yourself some resources if possible, but it tries to mill your opponent of their resources. So hopefully you're not pairing this up with a Light Swarm player, because you're just gonna get fucked. Overall, what are your opinions on these 2 packs?
I'll be honest, I didn't really look into one of the packs the whole lot, but the other pack got some interesting pulls. Overall, I think it's a pretty good addition to synchros. Get some more generics, some more non-generics, not new archetypes, but new support for types we had before, because we've had plants before, but not very many.
Yeah,
we're starting to see more and more zombie support come in. That can get scary.
I'm interested in the plant stuff. I think that some of the cards just sounded a little bit too weak. I don't know if we're getting additional plant support in the next pack, but in terms of, you know, I like the fact that we have additional levels that we can go into when it comes to synchros. And I think that Plague Spreader is just a very nice addition for, you know, here on out. It's just a very good 2-star tuner. Well, I'm excited about this episode. You ready to get into the game?
Oh yeah, I'm ready, bud.
Let's do it.
Oh, guys, we're back. We did it last week. We started off the new generation with a win. I have never done that before, so we're rolling high. We're going good. Let's try to do it again, shall we? I promise I'm not doing Light Swords again. We're doing something new this time. We're doing plants. Never thought I'd say that in my life. So we're starting off with 2 copies of Botanical Girl. This is basically a searcher. If it goes from the field to the graveyard, I can add a plant monster with a 1,000 or less defense from deck to hand. 1 copy of Botanical Lion. It gains 300 attack for each plant type monster I control, and it cannot be switched if it's face up, the control of it. 3 copies of Cactus Fighter, so he's a good 1900 beater. And if he destroys an opponent's monster by battle, I can special summon a Needle token with 500 attack and defense to the opponent's side of the field in defense. 3 copies of Gigantic Cephalotus. This card gains 200 attack each time a plant type monster is sent from the field to the graveyard. Another card that puts tokens on the field is Horsey Tail. 3 copies of that. So when it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, I can summon a Horsey Tail token to the opponent's side of the field in defense. And then when that token is destroyed by battle with a plant type monster, which all of mine pretty much are, the controller of the token sends 1 card from their hand to the graveyard. Now, I think this is my only... Okay, so I have some tuners, but the tuners are the only non-plant types that I have. The first one is Iron Chain Coil. He has an effect where he can buff himself by 300 attack and defense. It's any Iron Chain, but he's the only one I have. But he's mainly here for a 3-star tuner because I have some level 6 and level 7s and 8s now. Most of my monsters are level 3 and level 4. So if I have level 4 in the field, I can use level 3 to go into 7. If I have level 3, I can go into a 6. Lone Fire Blossom. This is arguably my best starting card as far as monsters go because it can be summoned to the field, and then I contribute a face-up plant and special summon 1 plant directly from the deck. Lord Poison is also a searcher of sorts. It brings back cards from the graveyard. If it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, I can target a plant monster in the graveyard except Lord Poison, special summon it. And then my other tuner is Plague Spreader Zombie. So like we said at the top, this card can recycle itself. My boss monster of a sort is Titanial Princess of Camillus. So it's a 2000 attack plant, and when it's on the field, if a card or effect is activated that targets a card on the field, quick effect, I contribute a face-up plant monster, negate the activation, and if I do, destroy it. Now, going into a very troublesome field spell, I only pull 1 copy of it, probably luckily for both of us here. This is Black Garden. So if a monster is normal or special summoned face up, its attack is halved, unless it was by the effect of Black Garden. And then it goes into this whole thing about summoning tokens if that effect resolves, and then I can send all plants on the field and basically get a very convoluted monster reborn if I want to. 2 copies of enemy controller, instant fusion for some fusion synchros, fusion plays to go into some synchros. Mark of the Rose is an interesting equip spell, so I have to banish a plant monster from my graveyard to play it, and then I can target a face-up monster that my opponent controls and equip it to this card, and I take control of that monster during the turn. But during my end phase, I negate this card's effect until my next standby phase. So my next standby phase, card gets active, monster comes back. Miracle Fertilizer. It's a continuous spell that we talked about at the top. It just lets me recycle a plant monster from the graveyard, but I cannot summon or set the turn I do that otherwise. Monster Reborn, 2 copies of World Tree. It's a continuous spell that basically lets me put counters on it each time a plant monster in the field is destroyed. For 1 counter on it, I can get rid of it to target a plant type monster on the field and gain 400 attack and defense at the end of the turn. For 2 counters, I can draw a card and destroy the target. And for 3 counters, I can target 1 plant type monster in the graveyard, special summon it. 2 copies of Force Back, 3 Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, 2 Plant Food Chain. To target a plant monster I control, equip it, it gains 500. If this card is destroyed by a card effect while equipped, I can target a plant monster in their graveyard and special summon it. And finally, we talked about at the top again, Pollinosis. Going to the side deck, I have the Tricky. He's just here for synchro plays. Demise of the Land. So if I get to a point where I really need to see Black Garden, I can sub in some Demise of the Land to make sure that I can get to it easier. Heavy Storm, 3 copies of Special Hurricane, that's back from last week. Defense Draw is a new addition for me. So during the opponent's turn at damage calc, if I took battle damage, I can make that damage 0 and then draw a card. And Rakeki Break for some more removal to round that out. As far as the extra deck now is concerned, we have 2 Cherubim the Fire Knight and 1 Guilty of the D Knight. Those are both instant fusion targets for synchro plays. Black Rose Dragon is a level 7 synchro. When he's summoned, I have the option to board wipe, but unfortunately that does out Black Rose as well. And then once per turn, I can banish a plant from the graveyard, target a defense position monster the opponent controls, change it to attack, and if I do, the attack becomes 0 until the end of this turn. Doom Kaiser, so he has to be summoned with Plague Spreader, and then when this card is special summoned, you can target 1 zombie monster in the opponent's graveyard, special summon to the field in attack position, but destroy it when this card leaves the field. I don't really expect Dakota to be playing zombies yet, so I don't think that'll come through. Queen of Thorns, I really hope I get to play this card, because this card is a level 6 that's fairly generic, but it does require a non-tuner plant type, which is easy for me. Each player must pay 1,000 life points for each normal or special summon from their hand, except plant type monsters. Depending on what we're playing, that could really hurt Dakota. And then finally, Stardust from last week. That's the deck. I threw some plants together. I am now a master of horticulture. Dakota has opened the door, stepped into my greenhouse, and we're going to see if he falls into my fly trap.
All right, guys, the time has come. I am finally going to play Lightsworns today. So, like you guys probably already know from before, this is one of my favorite archetypes. I've been holding off on playing it for a while. I think by this point, Cody thinks that I have been not playing it just because I don't have JD, but I did have JD. Not only that, but because of the 1 episode, I got to craft a 2nd copy. So we have the 1 wolf. I only have 1, but this could, be pretty okay. This way I don't have as much of a chance to draw into it. 2 Raikos, 2 Lila, 1 of the Druid, 3 Jane. I'm playing 2 copies of Graganith. I think that this card's been performing pretty well for Cody. 2 Garroth, just, to draw additional cards potentially. 1 Lumina, double JD. We have 1 copy of Plague Spreader. I only have the 1 copy of this card, but because we're milling, this is just a pretty good tuner to have in the deck. 2 Cyber Dragon for going 2nd. We're playing a little bit of a fairy thing going on in here with Nova Summoner. So the only target that I have for it when it's destroyed by battle, I can special summon a fairy from the deck. I can only special summon the 2nd copy of Nova Summoner, but this way, I get to thin the deck out by 1. And also keep some board presence as well. Another fairy that I'm playing in this strategy is Gelen Duo. So this is a pretty neat card where it cannot be destroyed by battle. So if I'm in a pickle, I can just set this card, have Cody attack into it, and keep myself protected. 3 copies of Realm of Light, 3 copies of Monster Reincarnation. We're bringing back Bait Doll. Cody's been playing a lot more back row, and I just want to have answers for those cards. Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, Premature Burial, Rhoda. We do have Warriors in the deck. 1 Instant Fusion, Glorious Illusion. This is Call of the Haunted for Lightsworns, and 1 Lightsworn Barrier. This is a card where I can negate attacks by sending the top 2 cards of my deck to the graveyard. And finally, 2 copies of Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. For the side deck, we're playing 3 copies of Shadow Imprisoning Mirror in case he's playing a dark strategy. 1 Compulse, 2 Force Back, 1 Ring of Destruction, 1 Solemn. A card that we haven't played yet before is Fiend Comedian. So this is a normal trap card that says, toss a coin and call it. If you call it right, all your opponent's cards in the graveyard are removed from play immediately. If I call it wrong, send a number of cards equal to the cards in my opponent's graveyard from the deck to the graveyard. So this is a plus either way for a strategy like this. I get to either banish everything in his graveyard, or I get to mill a bunch of cards. We're playing a 3rd copy of Wind Blast and some other cards we haven't seen before. I'm playing 3 copies of the Innumerable Soldier Lady. So this is a single tribute monster, but it has the effect that if it battles a light monster, it gains 1000 attack during the damage step. So if he decides to play Lightsworn again, this card can single-handedly out a JD. Finally, we're playing a Prime Material Dragon. This card has the effect that if any effect that would inflict battle damage to a player increases their life points instead, we don't really, care for that effect. For the second effect is much better. During either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that would destroy a monster on the field, you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, negate the activation, and destroy it. So I wanted to play these 3 cards just in case if he was, 1, playing Lightsworns again, and 2, I just wanted, other cards that I could perform tribute summons with besides the Graganeth. For the extra deck, we're just playing everything. We're playing the Archfiend Dragon, Thought Ruler, Stardust. We have 2 copies of Black Rose Dragon, 1 Doomkaiser Dragon just in case I need to make a 6, or, if that's the only thing I can make at the time. And I just threw every fusion target that I had available that was of differing levels. So I have 1 Guiltia, 1 Darkfire Dragon, 1 Fire Knight, and of course Thousand Eyes just in case I want to take one of his cards. So that's the deck. Again, I've been waiting for this. I think that this just felt like the best time to do it, especially after the second craft of, Judgment Dragon. And I'm feeling pretty good about this. Let's just see how the games go. All right, buddy, here we are, game 1.
Let's get into it.
How are you feeling about your pulls?
They're decent. I don't think they're great per se, but I had enough to make something kind of fun last minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I totally forgot about filming for revision. So I did not have a deck ready. So luckily we've been getting to the point now too where we have so many options that I don't know what to play. So I normally end up, coming up with 2-3 different decks, and I just pick one last second. So, well, hopefully it works in my favor. I'm gonna opt to go second for this one.
All right. Okay, we're gonna start with a set. I guess this is gonna give me away.
Let's see it.
We're gonna activate the World Tree.
Ooh.
I am going to then normal summon my Lone Fire Blossom.
Oh shit. No.
And I will declare effect. I'm gonna choose Cactus Fighter.
Okay.
Well, with that, I'm gonna end my turn.
All right, I will draw. Stand by to main if that's okay. We'll start with a normal summon of Jane.
Oh, you bastard.
All good?
Okay. Yep.
I will like to go to battle.
All right. Start a battle phase.
Sure.
I've got Phoenix Wing.
Okay.
Targeting Jane.
Okay.
Pitching Titanical.
Oh, so that's why you didn't do it. Okay.
Yep.
I'll go main phase 2. Let's just set one. Back to you.
All right. Stand by to main. I have a set. Then I have Monster Reborn.
Okay.
Targeting Titanical.
All right.
All right. We're going to go straight to the battle phase then.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing in for 28. Swing for 19.
I'll take both.
I will then pass my turn.
Draw. I wonder what it is. Stand by to main. From here, let's just, normal summon Lila. So I'll declare the effect. And I will go for...
Okay, yeah, so it destroys the mill 3.
I'll go for the spell.
Okay.
From here, I will then activate Realm of Light. And I will proceed to the end phase, and I will mill 3.
And gain a counter. Okay.
Back to you.
Okay. Stand by to main.
Sure.
Lila's actually at 1800 attack right now, which is defense. I'm gonna get a set in, and we're gonna go battle again.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to swing in with Cactus.
Light Swarm Barrier.
That's fine. The fuck is that? Well, we're gonna attack again.
Again?
That's fun. Guess I'll end turn.
I will draw. Standby to main. All good. Let's go ahead and we'll activate.
Let the Lila be Lightsworn.
Premature Burial. I'll pay 8.
Pre-mat.
And I'm thinking on the target still.
Target a monster in your graveyard. Special summon the target and equip it.
I will target the Graganeth.
Yeah, I want to do it. I'm gonna activate Pollinosis.
So are you gonna activate it to the Premature Burial?
I have to then, I guess.
Okay.
I am so sick of Yu-Gi-Oh's rules, man. Just make the game easy, I swear.
It could be easier, but yeah, some of this stuff just comes with knowing the card. I think from here, what I'll do is let's normal summon Garroth. And I think from here, I will just go to the end phase and I will do the Lila and mill 3.
Okay, so you'll mill 3 for Lila, then you'll mill 2 for Garroth, and then draw 1 for each Lightsworn monster milled by him.
Which was none. All right, back to you.
Oh.
And then that's also 2 more on this.
Yes. I'm going to activate Magical Fertilizer, and I'm going to use it to target my Cactus fighter.
That's all good.
I'm supposed to summon him. I'm going to go to the battle phase.
Sure.
I'm going to attack Lila with a Cactus fighter.
Barrier.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to attack with Titaniel.
Barrier.
Yep. I passed there.
Draw. Standby anything?
Nope.
Main phase. Let's go ahead and fire a bait doll on the set.
Okay, it's enemy controller.
Oh, okay. So
I forgot it only does trapped.
yeah,
It's been so long since we've used it.
we'll do that.
Oh, I actually put in grave.
Oh, okay. All
I
good.
wanted to set it.
We're all good. Okay.
God, bringing back bait doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. From here, let's just normal
like the
summon
fact-
Jane.
I do like the fact that your deck and your graveyard are both equal right now.
Holy shit. Yeah, look at that. All right, so this is going to be 700 bigger. So that's 25. Let's go ahead and switch this to attack and declare the effect to put it back into defense, and I'll target the set card.
Yeah, all right.
Yes.
Two?
Like
Did
that.
you lie to me?
What?
You told me you didn't pull JD the first time.
I never said that.
I'm almost positive you said that.
No. I pulled JD, but I waited on Lightsworns. I will go battle though. Let's see here. We'll just do the JD into Titanial for 200. We'll do Jane into this plus the 3 on the Jane. So 28, you take 9.
900.
And 2550 direct. And then I will go to the end phase and we'll go for the JD first. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that will be Gareth then. Mill, no names. Okay, and then Jane. 1,
So 1,
2, 3. And then Garroth.
2 more. Okay, so this is draw 2 and a summon.
So we'll get the special because it's mandatory. And then I draw 2. And then 3.
Lila. And then 2 for Garroth.
Does that mean that I just lose?
You just lose. You decked out.
Wow. That's upsetting.
Damn. That's the problem with putting a board like that on Lightsworn. If you'd have board wiped with JD, you might have won.
Oh well. It was cool though.
It was.
All right, buddy. Game 2.
All right.
That was
God
fun.
damn. All right. Jeez.
Game 2.
I do feel a little bad. I just want to say that I managed to pull off like 6 games with Lightsworn almost and never had a deck out once, and you did on your first time.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Them's is the gambles, though.
I wear it like a badge of honor.
That's a true Let's Horn player there.
I should have been playing 60.
Yeah. Let's get a set in. Let's normal lone fire.
All right.
Declare effect.
Yep.
And that will do her.
All right. Standby to main. It's not the best value, but we'll just do it anyways. Heavy.
Is not fine, but...
Okay. After that, we'll just, we'll set a card, and I'll pass it back.
Okay. I have a feeling I know exactly what that is, but I guess we'll have to see.
It could literally be anything.
Could literally be anything.
That's the thing with sets.
Let's do a normal of Gigantic Cephalotus. We're going to go battle.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit you with Titanical first.
It is Ryko.
I figured as much.
I will use the effect.
What's your target?
Titanial.
I change Titanial's effect?
You could, yeah.
I'm going to do that then. So attribute this to negate the activation.
Sure.
Yeah, that'll end it then.
All right. Standby to main. We are going to set 1, set 2, back to you.
Another Ryko? Can it be?
Could it be?
All right, we're gonna get in there with a normal of Botanical Lion. We shall go battle phase.
Okay.
We shall attack again with Titanical. What the hell? Mandatory battle. If you take any damage, destroy this face-up card. This card can be treated as 2 tributes for a light fairy. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that'll do it.
Okay.
That's a good card until piercing damage hits the field.
True. But are you playing such a card?
You'll have to see.
From here, let's just... I'll just set another card. Back to you.
All right. Standby to main.
Okay.
This might not be the best play, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's activate Monster Reborn.
Target.
I want to target Lone Fire Blossom.
Okay.
And then I'm going to declare Lone Fire.
Sure.
Let's go for a Cactus Fighter. And I will go into the battle phase.
All right.
I will attempt with Titanical.
That was Lila.
All right. With that, I shall end my turn.
Okay. Draw. Standby to main. So the lion is at 25 now.
Oh, yes. Good catch.
Let's go ahead and we will normal summon Jane.
Jane the Virgin.
And I will go battle, and I will swing into the cactus.
Okay, so that would be 200 damage.
200. And then I will just go to end phase and mill 2. 1, 2. Back to you.
Okay. Standby to main.
Sure.
We're going to start with a humble set.
Okay.
And then I'm going to summon Iron Chain Coil. So, I don't know if you've counted.
7.
I have 7.
You're gonna actually Black Road?
What I am going to do is I'm going to go right to the battle phase. Sorry, before I do battle phase,
All right.
I am going to declare the other effect of Black Rose. Now I shall go battle phase.
Oh, okay.
I will swing for 24. They can't be destroyed by battle. Oh, that's where you take the battle damage. I forgot.
Yeah, if you take battle damage, destroy this face-up card. So
Yeah.
honestly, you could have just
So I forgot about that.
yeah, you could have
but
just
whatever.
killed Jane and it would have killed itself.
Yeah, whatever. And then I'll attack for 1,000.
I will take it.
I will then pass my turn.
I will draw. Standby to main. Let's go ahead and activate Glorious Illusion, targeting the
Jane.
Lila.
Go. Oh, the Lila. Okay, you want to hit the back row?
Declare the effect.
Okay.
Go for the
So
back
you're
row.
gonna pop my back row. That'll be Pollinosis.
Okay. From here, let's just
Back off. Dragoneth. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the graveyard.
4. That's an
With
additional
different
12.
names. That is sort of scary.
We'll go battle. And let's kill the Black Rose.
All right. So that will be 800.
And I will pass the turn.
Okay. Standby to main.
Oh, I forgot to mill.
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, well, there goes one JD. Let's get a set.
Okay.
And then a set. I forgot Graganeth does piercing. Oh, well. You'd think I'd know that. I used him twice.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about all I got.
I will draw. Standby to main. Let's go ahead and we will normal summon Jane.
Fine, I suppose.
That's fine, he says. It's fine.
I got a sink face on. It's fine.
Let's go battle.
All right, so you're going to hit me for 4 with Graganeth, I'm assuming.
Yep, I'm going for this.
400.
And we'll go Jane into this. Buff it by 3.
Okay. Well, that is my horsey tail.
Destroy by battle, so to the graveyard, special a token to your opponent's side of the field in defense. When this token is destroyed by battle with a plant type monster, its controller sends 1 card from their hand to the graveyard. Okay?
Yes, sir.
It's 0/0, right? Yeah, 0.
Yeah, it is.
All right, I will go main phase 2, and I'm going to set a card, and I will proceed to the end phase. I will mill 3. 1, 2, 3. And I will mill 2. 1, 2. Yeah, back to you.
I have a set. I have a pass.
I will draw. Standby to main. Let's sack the token for Cyber Dragon.
All right.
Monster Reincarnation. Pitching Wolf, target JD.
Wow. Okay.
We'll just start with this. We'll go... Did the amount of names change? Yes, Wolf. So 1, 2, 3,
Well, you should summon Wolf then,
4,
right?
5, 6. I have 6 names.
Shouldn't you be summoning Wolf then? If you got milled?
It didn't get milled. I discarded it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, okay, yeah, we'll just go battle. Swinging.
That's another horsey tail.
Okay, so I'll get a token and you get 38 damage.
33 damage.
Oh, he's got 500. That's
500
right.
defense.
Okay.
Although I think that's just game right there.
21.
Yeah, that's just game right there.
All right.
Damn.
Let's go.
Dragoneth is clutch, dude.
It's a good card.
You don't even need JD half the time if you can get a good Dragoneth on the field.
All right, game 3 again. Here we go.
Game 3, we've made it.
We must be getting pretty good.
Damn. So the choice is mine.
It is, yeah.
Who went first last duel?
You did.
Both duels I went first?
You did.
One is 50-50, so my logic is flawed. You're going first.
Okay.
I was gonna say I know I went first game 1, so if I didn't go first last game, I'll go first again for the good juju. But that logic was flawed.
My cards just showed up super weird again. They were like white bordered.
Oh.
It was like I had synchros in my hand. I will just set a card and pass it back.
Okay.
Very simple.
Standby to main. I am going to start with a set of my own. I'm gonna get a normal cactus fighter in there. We're gonna go battle.
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna attack your set down. Is it Ryko?
It is my Nova Summoner. I will activate the effect.
And then you also get a 500 token
Okay.
in defense. With that, I believe I have an end turn.
Draw. Standby to main. Heavy.
I'll chain, target Nova, and I will send Demise.
Okay. So that tells me that you do have the field spell. But let's follow this up with a Jane, and we will...
Yeah, that'd be 200 for moi, probably.
Well, I might as well switch this to attack then. So I'll go in for this.
And then that's a 500 to the face.
And 500 to the face. I didn't think the stats were actually going to come up, but might as well.
Yep.
All right, main phase 2. Is there anything else that I would like to do? Not really, so I'll just go to end phase. I'll mill 1, I'll mill 2.
Wow. Wow.
Back to you.
All right. Standby to main.
Sure.
Just because I think it'd be funny.
Okay.
I'm going to banish Cactus Fighter in my graveyard
What is this, Gigantes?
to activate Mark of the Rose, equipping it to Jane.
Oh, okay.
Take control of your Jane. Now I will normal summon Iron Chain Coil, and I will synchro them off for Black Rose.
Okay.
Does this stay then?
No.
Or does it go? Because it doesn't say it gets destroyed.
Well, yeah, but it's equipped, so like once the equip is gone.
Okay. So with that, I'll go to battle phase.
Sure.
Obviously, I'm not using its effect, the summon effect.
You sure?
Oh, I'm sure. And I'll hit you for, well, that would be 19?
Yep.
Correct. Okay. Main phase 2.
Yep.
Black Garden.
Ooh, okay.
That's you.
I will draw. Standby to main. I'm going to activate Realm of Light.
That's what I was afraid of.
That's right, baby.
That's what I was waiting for last game, but it never happened.
And we'll go ahead and we'll normal summon Jane. And I'll just proceed to the end phase and mill 2.
Okay.
1, 2. And then that's a counter on this.
So 19.
And this is at 19.
And then if it battles, it goes to 22.
All right, buddy.
Okay.
Back to you.
Standby to main. I'm going to get in there with a set, then a normal summon of Lord Poison. I'll go to the battle phase.
Sure.
I'll swing with Black Rose for 5.
Okay.
And then swing for 15.
I will take it.
I will pass the turn.
Draw. Standby to main. Let's activate Reincarnation, and I will pitch this. And I will grab... We'll grab the YuGiOh. And then I will set a card. Back to you.
Standby to main.
Sure.
I'm going to normal summon
Okay.
Horsey Tail.
All right.
And I'm going to activate enemy controller, declaring effect number 2.
Oh, okay.
Attributing Horsey Tail to take your set monster.
Okay.
I am going to flip YuGiOh, targeting your spell, and milling 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. He's an attack. You're gone. Battle phase.
Sure.
24 to the face.
24 to the face.
This is game. Just game.
Wow.
15 and 2. Let's go.
That's pretty good.
Let's go.
You did not do the math ahead of time, did you?
No, I did not. I was waiting until it ticked down to see where it landed.
Man, that was close. What was my draw? No, it wouldn't have helped. Damn. If I didn't die that turn, I would have had the comeback because I could have sacked off the YuGiOh.
I assumed you had a monster you could not summon in your hand. Because it's like, if it's a back row, you would have set it or played it. So I was like, he's either got JD or Dragoneth in his hand that I know of, because he didn't summon it and he needed reincarnation to summon a monster first. So, and that led me to believe it was a tribute too, because like, okay, he played YuGiOh, so he's knowing if I attack into it, he's gonna pop most likely my Black Rose Dragon.
Yeah.
Which is a big hit to me. And then he gets to mill 3, which is fine, because you don't get the tribute summon then, but you've popped Black Rose. Or if I don't attack into it because I want to keep Black Rose, you can then tribute. So that was a really good move on your play.
Yeah.
I got very lucky that I had enemy controller though.
Yeah. My other thought was like I could have gone for the Jane and at least killed the poison, and you don't have a target to special from his effect. But at least I out the body. But I needed the YuGiOh more specifically, just because I needed to out the Black Rose, and then if I drew into a monster, I felt like I could have outed the poison anyway.
So did you draw into Dragoneth there?
No, I had it.
Like, I mean, okay, what did you draw there then that didn't help? Oh, well, I mean, it would have helped. No, it would have killed you.
Yeah, that's the thing. It would have killed me. I mean, I had some back row, but I wasn't really playing this deck to play back row. A lot of the stuff I was playing were spells. So yeah, plants, they are brand new. We've had some plants before in the past, but they're very weak or very bad. I think Lord Poison's actually a much older card, so like that's the only one that has a semi-ish like decent effect. Without other plants to support him, like is there really anything to reborn with his effect? Not really. But yeah, now we finally have better stuff. We have the gigantic that buffs itself. We have the Cactus Fighter, which is just a 1900 beater. His effect is okay, but it's not really that great either.
It works okay if you're pairing it with Black Garden, because it helps you get that reborn if you want it.
Right, but yeah, then like the Lion buffs itself, and Lone Fire is just good even in today's standards. You're playing a modern plant deck, like Lone Fire is probably going to be in it.
Yeah, I can't believe I only had one copy and I drew it opening hand game 1 and game 2.
that happens sometimes, man.
Yeah.
I was surprised you were playing Iron Chain, but yeah, you're just using it as a level 3 tuner.
Yep. Most of my monsters are level 4. or level 3. So I needed a level 3 in there to get either Black Rose or something else I have.
Why Iron Chain over other level 3 tuners that we have? Because I know we have the Resonator.
I only had one other, and it was like Psychic Commander.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Iron Chain just kind of fit the deck better because he can buff himself. That's basically it.
To become 1400.
Psychic Commander is best used with other psychics. I don't have other psychics.
Well, hopefully this episode then just shows you how much better the plant stuff got. I mean, they have, again, much better monsters to play with. Mark of the Rose is a pretty good equipped spell if you're playing plants. And then they have like the continuous spell, and not just the fertilizer, but there was the other one. Looks like you sided it out. The tree.
Yeah, I sided out tree game 3.
The tree sounds really good because if your deck is having a problem with a certain card, as long as you get the counters onto the tree is also just a pop, which is really nice to have access to. And then playing plants, you also get to play the counter trap then as well. I guess just like a couple things with my deck. You know, we've seen it before. It's Lightsworn. I only have the one wolf, unlike you. You have like 2 copies, I believe.
I have 2 wolf, yes.
Which doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing to be at 1. If anything, that just means that you're least likely to draw it now.
It also really sucks if you draw into him.
Which I did.
Yeah. Like, I got lucky game 1 when I drew into, what the hell are the cards called? I drew into Titanial and Lone Fire, but I also had Monster Reborn. And I think Phoenix Wing, all in one hand. So I had a way to get it on the field even without Lone Fire.
Yeah.
Big surprises for you though. Like I didn't expect Nova Summoner to be in here. Ring of Destruction had to have been a side, and I'm assuming.
Yes.
Bringing Bait Doll back was some nostalgia. I didn't know. I still don't even know if I want. Compulse, that's a good card for you to have. I don't think I have a Compulse.
I think Compulse I also sided into. I don't remember.
I saw you were also running Plague Spreader for your tuner.
Yep, I did pull 1 copy of Plague Spreader, so I figured that this is, again, just a perfect deck for Plague Spreader to be in. The Nova Summoner was just because I have 2 copies of them. It's a way to get the other one out to the board, thin the deck a little bit, while also keeping some board presence. And then just to top it off, the Jellin Duo. This is a card that I only have 1 of, but yeah, it's a pretty interesting card.
It came to good effect there.
Yeah.
You held me off for a couple turns.
Yeah, I knew that you were able to crack through it as soon as I normal summoned the Jane, but I had, you know, plans for the next turn on why I needed the Jane on the field at the time. But yeah, I wasn't expecting the Black Rose to come out when it did. A lot of my side was trap cards, just in case if I needed to go first, but you caught me off guard there, game 3, opting for me to go first. Because of that, I did not side properly for it. Otherwise, I would have probably had additional back row to help slow you down a little bit.
And the funny thing too is when I saw my opening hand, I was like, I should have probably gone first.
Yeah.
But it worked out.
And I would say like a big MVP of this deck was the Lightsworn Barrier. I only have 1 copy of this card, but the fact that I was able to hold you off as long as I did game 1, I think shows you how strong of a card it is.
Yeah, I think I only have 1 too, but I didn't play it. I think I sided it, but I never put it in.
I mean, I just saw it as like constant pluses. I get to keep my board state alive, and I get to mill cards by negating your attacks, so...
Yeah.
All right, bud, here we are, back at the wheel. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you. I don't know what's happening, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, dude. Oh, boy.
Maybe we're seeing power creep because I'm playing new strategies as they come in and I'm winning now. So
yeah,
maybe we're starting to see the Konami power creep take effect.
I'm okay with power creep. Sometimes you need it.
To a point.
So I landed on Ultra/Secret.
All right. You want your own Black Rose?
I don't know.
Unless you pulled it already and didn't tell me about it like you did with JD.
But yeah, that's pretty interesting. We had Black Rose for the 1 secret and the Dark Ruler as the other.
Yes, actually with zombies coming out, that might not be a bad pick either.
No, it might not be. His effect is pretty good. I wish his stats were a little bit better.
Hey, he's got what, 2450 attack?
Yeah. That's still enough to out Black Rose though, so maybe that's just good enough.
Doesn't matter if we win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
All right, buddy. Well, you are next.
All right. Hit me with that comment again.
Let's see what you get. It is super/ultra.
Super/ultra.
Is that worth a respin?
Uno momento, por favor.
Let me check the packs first.
Pretty much. Let me check what my options are here. Tell you what, I'm gonna risk it.
You're gonna risk it. All right.
I'm gonna risk it.
I'm gonna spin it.
Content, baby. Let's go.
Hopefully it doesn't hurt. Oh my god. It did not hurt. Wild card.
Wild card.
Wild card.
Oh, I have some homework to do now.
That's crazy.
I have some homework now, boy.
You're on a win streak. You got the win today, and you get a wild card.
Craft a beaver warrior.
A nimble manga.
An M warrior #1, because I already have a #2.
Man, anything your heart's desire.
That's tough.
That is tough.
That is tough. That's gonna take some thought.
All right, guys, that's going to bring it into this episode. Thanks again for watching. Again, if you liked the video, smash the like button, leave a comment down below. We want to see your guys' feedback. Also hit the subscribe button. We're looking for our current goal of 100 subscribers. Cody, final words.
If you ain't first, you're last.
True words have never been said.
Bake and bake. I guess that would be entirely true in our sense, because there's only 2 of us.
Yeah.
So if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah. Gonna start calling me the Magic Man.
Yeah.
Watch.
Frenchie over here.
Watch as I let my win streak disappear.
that was totally us. That 3 months there, where I went without a win.
Yeah.
I was thinking it'd be cool to like, you let me slingshot, and I get a win this time. No. You're right.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
We'll be asking the questions, old man. Who are you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Yes, I am you.
Just answer the damn questions. Who are you?
I have told you.
Are you deaf?
No, you is blind.